I'm Ashley Kile, and this is your LakeTV News Update. This weekend, Seven Springs Winery hosted the first of 5 competitions in the Silver Cup Chef's Challenge. Tasters sampled the best pork dish from several Lake area restaurants. In the end, Chef Pierre Torres of Ruthie D's was crowned King of the Kitchen by judges and took the People's Choice Award. The City of Osage Beach is pressing the Department of Transportation to fund the project to fix the intersection at Key Largo Road and Highway 54. After becoming dissatisfied with MoDOT's response to date, offering at best a 50% match, the Board of Aldermen sent letters of petition to Governor Jay Nixon, Representative Rocky Miller, and several other lawmakers. The bottom line, aldermen call it a MoDOT problem, a failed design that led to 2 traffic deaths and negatively impacted businesses on Key Largo. While MoDOT is unlikely to admit responsibility, the city proposes they make it right by fixing the intersection at no cost to Osage Beach. Police across the state are warning parents about a new drug now more popular among Missouri youth. It's called N-Bomb, also known as Smiles. The drug is a powerful hallucinogen derived from mescaline. As St. Louis police have called the drug dangerous, growing in popularity, and for now, it's perfectly legal. Unlike other synthetic substances banned recently, such as K2, found mostly in smoke shops and gas stations, N-Bomb is sold on the internet primarily from China. It's ordered by mail in powder form, liquefied and absorbed into blotter paper like LSD. Parents should be aware the drug is dangerous and known to cause psychotic episodes. The Lori Board of Aldermen is asking voters to consider a special use tax for the city. Last year, in response to a Supreme Court ruling, the Department of Revenue stopped collecting county and municipal sales tax on vehicles purchased outside the state and registered in Missouri. According to Lori Mayor Herb Keck, this action has resulted in a loss of about $5,000 a year in tax revenues for the city. The special use tax would add a 2% tax on cars, boats, and other property purchased, whether in or out of state. The issue will appear on the ballot for Lori voters to decide on April 2nd. The lawsuits continue to pile up against Ameren in the ongoing dispute about lakefront land ownership. 3 more suits were filed in December, bringing the count to nearly a dozen in just over a year. The lawsuits are based on the principle of adverse possession, claiming squatters' rights over the land that the plaintiffs have tended, improved, and paid taxes on for decades. Ameren continues to claim ownership of the vast majority of land within the Bagnell Dam project boundary. Riprap. It's a funny name, but not a funny topic for waterfront homeowners who have to pay to install it. To help make riprap more affordable, the Lake of the Ozarks Watershed Alliance has partnered with Rockworks, a riprap installation company in Lake Ozark. Through the partnership, LOA is offering to pay for half of the cost, up to $2,500, for riprap installation for property owners who apply and are approved. Donna Swall, the executive director of LOA, said riprap helps keep sediment out of the lake. That means protection for landowners' property and for the watershed. In politics and business, McGregor Limestone Company will have to wait a little longer to find out whether it will be allowed to operate a temporary asphalt plant in Sunrise Beach. Last week, the Village Planning and Zoning Commission held a public hearing about the issue. Several residents who live near the quarry where the plant would operate voiced their concerns based on their experiences with the last asphalt plant at that location. They spoke of annoying odors, noises, environmental effects, and physical illness. Dean McDonald, the spokesman for McGregor Limestone, said the company's upgraded equipment would make this asphalt plant much less noisy and less smelly. The Planning and Zoning Commission tabled their decision until next month. Governor Jay Nixon is proposing a longer school year to keep the state competitive in today's economy. The question is, can the state afford the extra week of K-12 instruction? The governor wants to push the state requirement of 174 days in school up to 180. He argues that to stay competitive in today's economy, Missouri students should be in the classroom as much as their peers in other states. The push comes at an inopportune time as lawmakers attempt to tackle a broken school funding formula made worse by a decrease in state revenues over several years. The border war over business taxation has Missouri lawmakers worried. Kansas last year decided to exempt certain small business income from state income tax, and it cut the top tax bracket for everyone from 6.45% to 4.9%. Advocates of a Missouri income tax cut say businesses and jobs will move west unless Missouri lawmakers act to compete. The issue has already begun having an impact in the Kansas City area. However, critics point out that in the case of Kansas, the tax cuts blew an $800 million hole in next year's budget, and lawmakers have not figured out how to fill it. In the latest sign of steady but slow improvement in St. Louis's economy, the region's unemployment rate ticked down again in November, hitting its lowest level in 4 years. The jobless rate in metropolitan St. Louis dropped 1/10 of a point to 7.3%, the lowest since November of 2008. However, one reason the jobless rates keeps dropping is that people are dropping out of the labor force and therefore no longer counted in unemployment surveys. And despite adding roughly 25,000 jobs over the last 3 years, St. Louis still has 60,000 fewer jobs than it did before the recession. In community news, thousands of visitors toured the enchanted village of lights in Lori during the holiday season. 16,110 visitors to be exact. The light display featured new elements this year donated by the Holiday Lights Committee and the Tri-County Lodging Association. Next year, Enchanted Village of Lights is already promising to outdo the last one, with more displays planned and the possibility of a Town of Bethlehem walkthrough at the nearby First Baptist Church. The Knights of Columbus donated $1,800 to the Pregnancy Help Center serving the Lake of the Ozarks. The fund will support the Haven of Hope Maternity Home. The home provides room and board along with everything young moms need to have a healthy pregnancy and baby. Prenatal and parenting classes are provided along with life skills. Dr. Tim McDermott is returning to the Lake area and Lake Regional Cardiology. His clinic will reopen February 3rd on State Road KK in Osage Beach. After relocating to Little Rock, Arkansas last July, Dr. McDermott soon decided to come back to the lake, the place he and his family has called home since 2003. In other heart-healthy news, Mended Hearts Chapter 199 recently presented the staff of Lake Regional Cardiac Rehab with a plaque to show the chapter's gratitude for their dedication to patients. The Mended Hearts Support Group meets at 12:30 p.m. the second Thursday of each month in the Cardiac Rehab Conference Room. The group meets with survivors of heart attacks and other related cardiac diseases and their families to share heart-healthy topics and provide support. The Camden County Extension Office is offering a series of nutrition classes for those affected by diabetes. The 5-session program will emphasize healthy food choices and meal planning with tips and recipes for managing blood sugar levels. The program will be held on Mondays from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. beginning January 28th and ending February 25th. The meetings will take place in the upstairs conference room at the Osage Beach Hy-Vee. Contact the Camden County Extension Office for more details. On Saturday, a chili cook-off will be held to support the Pregnancy Help Center in Camdenton. Everyone is welcome to bring their favorite chili for the contest from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Pregnancy Help Center is located off Old Highway 5 in the Save-A-Lot Shopping Center. Also on Saturday, the Versailles Area Chamber of Commerce is holding its annual dinner at 6 p.m. at the Rolling Hills Country Club. The event includes social hour, silent auction, dinner, and a program featuring 5-minute speakers spotlighting their businesses. Reservations are requested by this Wednesday. Now, for your entertainment this weekend, Making Music brings you the hottest bands playing in the area. Making Music, your one-stop shop for instruments and music lessons, is located on Osage Beach Parkway, just north of Hy-Vee. Visit makingmusicstore.com. I'm Ashley Kile, and this has been your Lake News Update brought to you by LakeTV and LakeExpo.com.